Oh, hello ladies and gentlemen, and oh boy have I got the game for you here this time. Indeed. Doesn't take one to recognise this one, eh? Fucking Digimon. You know, it's actually amazing how long this game's been on my list for quite a while. Also, anime. Oh dear. Alright, let's get straight to the point, eh? Digimon World, next order.
Digimon World, next order.
Bloody hell. You know, this game has been on my list for so long, like way back, I think beginning of 2017, that it's actually quite shocking, like, I've never managed to actually get my hands in it, because at that point I was at the peak of old school RuneScapes or activities and that back then. Even then I still didn't do it. And even after I got the game, like, if you won't believe it, right, this is the first game I've ever actually bought abroad. A la my trip to Vienna, where I actually discovered it in a nice little shop called GameStop. Yes, you know the one that's closing. Well, so it'd be a bit pitiful to actually get the game. And even then, for almost 3 months I didn't play it, and I was like, fuck, what's just taking me so long? But yeah, here we are, and well, in case you're curious on that, yeah, we've got 3 saves at the moment. Unfortunately, there seems to be a cap of 3 saves, so I would have had a bit more to tinker around with, but alas, yeah, we've got just 3 to work with, so why not, eh? So probably what I'll have to do at the end, beginning and end every one and that, yeah, we'll be starting on and off and that the other ones. Also, yes, you know, I was gonna fucking save the first save on that, right? I wasn't actually sure what point it was in that, because it's actually the second Digimon here that I have, not the first. At least as far as actual Digimon are concerned, but yes, certainly. Bloody hell. You know, I want to actually get, before I even get into anything to do with the game itself, I want to cover about the little bit of history of Digimon itself. Now, as far as the Digimon games are concerned and that, like, I mean, you got the first classic, that was a pet raising kind of simulator game, the first Digimon game of its kind, and it was fucking good, you know. So much so, I'd argue that it's arguably my most favourite commentary Let's Play I did with Jay back in the day. Yes, my dear cousin, and that 2014. 2013 and 15 was a beautiful time for that kind of stuff, I tell you that much, but alas. And then you got the second Digimon World, arguably probably the hardest to get, and that was just like, it's a sort of dungeon crawler game and that, and admittedly one I would be keen to get into myself and that, but you know, the problem with that is, it's kind of, it's been known to be quite grindy, and that is something that's, well, grindy can be a good thing in that, and I think in my case with Digimon it's something I'm actually alright with. Other people not so much, and you'll notice that with the first game, that was never like that. It was actually quite quick, like you had to work a lot, and then once you got to something quite good, it generally didn't last very long. And yeah, pretty much, you know, that was that. But the Digimon crawling kind of stuff was some people's taste, and then the third one came out, that again was, you know, radically different, although much more popular in this, thankfully, you know, because I've got the game Digimon World 2003. And that was a sort of open world, more traditional RPG in that, plus with the cutesy anime graphics, which I might even to this day still hold up really nicely in that. Yeah, no. But again, having the grindy element as well, so that was something. And then the fourth game came out, and that seems to be the black sheep of the entire like series, you know, the hack and slash kind of one. I'll be honest, I was never really fussed with that. I mean, I liked it, but I didn't love it. You know, and I think that's the thing in that, learning about how that game worked was very much just trying to get used to the whole concept, and we, bloody hell. But yeah, certainly, and then there's, I'll be honest, there was a bunch of games after that I've never really been keeping track of on that, shall we say. Also wanted it. Oh yeah, actually did get a... Huh. Bloody hell, the daily quests, that. Oh boy. But yeah, certainly with this game and that, oh boy. Yeah, no, it's evolved from, I think, the two probably best games before this would be Cyber Sleuth, that was released in 2015, and I think Redigitized, I can't recall if that was 2015 as well, or it was 16, 14, you know, I've never been clear on the years, but yeah, this is one of the latest Digimon World games, and that, certainly it's something to behold. But alright, enough talking about that. So, I don't actually know what to do first, and I suppose I may as well show off some of the battle stuff, because, oh, let's face it, there's not exactly much inflation at the moment. Yeah, this is an earlier point of the game, and very much, essentially, it's kind of reminiscent of, indeed, the first one, because you'll notice there wasn't really much open world stuff in the second one. The third one was, well, it was satisfactory, and then obviously you got the fourth one, which I don't know if I'd call it open world either in the same sense, you know, but this one certainly. You'll recognise obviously you get the random items here and there that do actually respawn for the most part on a daily basis, but then you get these materials that I believe, oh, no, actually I don't believe they are for building, but at this point in the game they're pointless on that, because you don't get that till you get to a certain prosperity, which I'll show what that happens in the second part where I've gotten a little bit further in on that, because at this point I'm still relatively, how to say it, low level. You know what, actually no, I won't further go beyond that. Yeah, I will admit, I'm not ashamed to admit that as far as my first Digimon's concerned in that, I fucking died to a level 2 Newmon with rookies, and it was, yeah, it was kind of embarrassing, because I was my very first wild Digimon fight, and just dead. And before I even knew what was happening, I was just already just dead. It's just fucking hell. Oh boy, but yeah. So what is actually the point of Digimon World Next Order, you might ask? Because obviously this is I would say a true sort of true callback to the golden days of Digimon World. Unlike with Digitized, what was here was a very much, it was kind of there but not all the way, but let's see. See if I don't die of this one fight. Let's see, so now you do have a bit of influence as far as battles are concerned. Like I'll show here, you get different kind of abilities and that. What I'm going to do, just to start off, I'll just let them fight among themselves, because you don't have to, but it does give you more, you get more control over it that way, and this is essentially how I let it go on early on, and it's just, well, that was fucking easy. Indeed. Alright, so now what I'm going to try and do, also how is one stronger than the others? Fuck. What did the Goblin anymore here? Oh, Goblin, you know what, actually, fuck it. Come on. There we go. Now it's time to get a stronger fight, and this should be interesting. Alright, let's see. Gradual P and max strength. Oh boy. Yeah, certainly as far as the moves themselves are concerned and that, they've got a lot more going on here. I actually show off the attack skills and that, because with the old game used to be you had 7 different types of things, 8 moves. This time it's only 7 moves, but you get 9 different types. So you've got a little bit more to work with, and I think the 2 new ones are light and dark. Also, fucking hell. Yeah. Also, in case you're curious, it took me this long to mention, but yeah, you kind of have 2 partners now instead of 1. That was never the original game. Like, this is its new one's kind of unique gimmick, in that you've got 2 to look after instead of 1, and it's certainly something a bit different. And also check here. Oh boy. Let's see. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Yeah. Certainly interesting that. Also, Mega Commentated, my favourite. Let's see. There we are. Oh yeah. Oh, I also forgot to get the fucking meat for this time and that, but oh well. Alright, so as far as actual exploration is concerned, I'm not quite sure, like, how much areas there are in the game and that. Like I'm aware there's at least, as far as I've explored, 5 so far, with a 6th one that I've yet to access but I've been told is a thing. So yeah. Also, as far as like recruitable Digimon, it's interesting because apparently a bunch of it is like, you know, you'll see a bunch of like, really? Fuck off. Yeah, if I fight that, well, this is not the time for that, but yeah, I thought this last time where fucking, what's that? When I had my, you'll see them in my second save and that, which I'm better for this, I will fucking die. And you know what, that's fine. It's just for demonstration purposes, but yeah, you get these king sizes one every now and then, and unfortunately I'm quite weak at this point. But maybe I might be able to handle it, maybe. Actually, what I could do is boost. Fucking hell. Let's see if I... Rapid spam heal. Oh, so goddamn... The small recoveries suck. Oh wow! Oh wow! Yeah. Yeah, this is what I mean. It's either you do really good or you do really shit. And yeah, this is my Digimon getting its ass handed. Trying to see if maybe I could. I'm curious. Hold on. Shit, no. I want to show off its spec if I can. Oh dear. Let's see, come on. Oh dear, support slow as fuck. Let's see, come on. Alright, and this should be... Yeah, the special attacks. Never actually seen this one myself because at this point I didn't even know, I didn't really use special attacks, but certainly they are kind of OP to an extent. I mean, that did a bunch of damage, but yeah, too bad. Oh fuck. Yeah. Bloody hell. Essentially, yeah. 0 chance. Oh dear. Yeah, I've seen that a good few times more than I'd like to admit. And that certainly I've died. You know, I'm fucking glad. Yeah. Death in this game's a bit less, like, obnoxious as it was. Though you do get the injuries and that, but... Yeah, because you'll notice in that there's no life system. Like, it used to be in that when you lost a battle, you'd lose a life, and if you had all 3 lives lost, that was it. You lost a bunch of progress. And there was also like care mistakes. Both of those, as far as I'm aware of, have just been completely done away with on that. And also, yeah, that like. Oh, another thing I should mention as well, even though it should be kind of obvious. Yeah, there's a thing here called Megas. Yes, they were not present. Well, they kind of were present in the first game, but not quite. They were just called Ultimates. Indeed. Yes, these are pretty much the end game Digimon that you want to work towards, and certainly I'm very much keen to, I don't know, explore as best as I can, but man. So alright, let's actually go over this for a bit, because I didn't really show off last time and that. Yeah, so as I say, only 7 in that, but you get 9 different types. Now, I'll be honest in that, I was never exactly sure if they had like type advantages / disadvantages in the first one. They just kind of didn't say. Apparently there is, like, if you use like the powerful one, it's 50% more damage. If it's weak, it's about like a third less, and but this is the only one I got. Like, it was like fire, ice, electric, earth, and combat. Those were the original 5 that just kind of had a odd relationship with each other. And then you had Mech was all good moves, like those were the top tier ones. And then you had Filth, which is basically fucking garbage. Like, you would never use that if you want to get anywhere decent. But I mean, it did give the crap Digimon their own unique kind of charm. And I do mean crap in the literal sense they're filth and that, but yeah, here's the two new types as well, dark and light, which I'd imagine there again, like, I don't know, I'd like to think mechs and filth kind of had a opposite relationship, same as light and dark, but I'm not sure. Now there's 9 types, I'm a bit more confused to say the least, so fun is to be had. But also, from what I've gathered in that, it would seem like the top, like the first number ones are all the weak ones, you always get at the start, and then the number 7s are like the really powerful ones, and that I imagine are pretty much in-game kind of moves. Also, okay, and that's, just to quickly go over this, yeah, I don't know how you actually learn techniques in this game, it just kind of happens, and sometimes it's moves that actually use on you, and then other times you just learn out of the blue, and that's, I've never been sure about that, because in the original game, not only did you have to say use, you had to actually either be hit by it or block it. I mean, I told Jay very much that, yeah, you had double the chance of, learning it if you block it, and that may be true, but I was never actually able to confirm that, so for all I know, it could be complete bullshit. But, I don't want to hear me saying that, but I digress. So, I suppose if I'm to finish off this first one, why not show off a bit of the other stuff and that, Indeed, item shops and that, like, there's very much returns in that, although, one thing to note, that, yeah, no fucking meat items, that really screwed me over, because I had the idea, right, when you get power in the original game, and that, you get, instead of like, was it, I can't remember, I think it was just 3 meat in the first game, so instead you get 3 giant meat. Here you get 5, but then you only get 8 later on, and you think, okay, 8, that's actually quite good. It's kind of not when you have, 2 Digimon to consider, and that's kind of shit. Also, just to see, and that, yeah, indeed, and that, this is the whole thing, what was it, medicine and that. Yeah. Let's see. Very serious injury, and there we go. Da-da-done. So, this is where the training happens and that. Now, as far as I understand it, obviously you have to train on 2 different ones and that. So strength, I mean, that's largely remained the same from the first game. You attack more, you deal more damage and that, easy does it. Speed, that's also the same, and that very much, that lets you do your moves faster. I don't know if it makes you, like, actually move. I don't know if it affects the character's agility as in, like, the move around the field faster. I don't think it does, but could be mistaken on that one. I mean, HP and MP, they're fucking obvious on that, like hit points, more health and that, MP, more, amount of magic for the attacks, which is kind of necessary if you want to start using moves other than the weakest ones, frequently. And that. Then, here's the 2 that's a bit confusing. Now, I believe these are stats that were, like, Wisdom especially I remember from the 3rd game, and that. If I had to say, Wisdom I feel would take partially the start of Brains, like learning moves and all, but I feel like, you don't really get much from Brains in that sense. I think it's more to do with maybe, I want to say maybe Strip Backs affects physical attacks and Wisdom the more magical attacks, but I mean it's hard to say because the only one that's really physical is indeed the close quarter combat. And the other, you could just say they're all magical, so I don't know the differentiation in that at the moment. Probably I'll look that stat up so I know exactly what it does. As for stamina, again that's really hard to say. I couldn't say for certain what that was, but if I had to probably surmise, it would be defense and that, which means you take less damage from enemies and that. Possibly there might be another thing added to it, but I mean I could not say. And then finally, last but not least in that, you've got the rest function, which I've never actually used in that. I mean, I imagine, like, whenever my Digimon just got tired, which was always at the same time, just rest on the side for about an hour and, yeah, just a la resume and that. Also, just in case for the savvy, yes, there is a level function next to it, which means, yes, you can level them up, but at this point, yeah, barely even have the fucking bits for it, so, alright. Now, to get you started with the idea of training, yes, it's not just you simply go into it. you may notice this roulette function, which kind of reminds you of a... Oh, that happened. I didn't know you actually had a limit of time. Oh boy. But yeah, certainly, you know, the original had it so that you either got the normal training, and then there was a lucky training which had a roulette system in that, like little roulette, where you had to match either 3 of the symbols of the one you were training and that for double the stats, which was easy enough, but it's tricky. Or you could, actually no, I'm not sure if you got like the wrong symbol. I don't know if that didn't matter, or if you got only maybe say times and a half. But if you got the golden poop, oh, you got a massive 8 times boost. But I tell you, that thing was fucking rigged from the get-go. But here you've noticed the bonuses and that. There's certain ones that have different ones. I'll be honest on that. I don't know which ones are really good. And that, I mean, if I had to say, like, probably, you know, the way I've generally seen those little circular ones are just like a slight boost, and that time, I want to say, gets you, like, maybe it only does a training session for like half an hour instead of a full hour, which will probably be wrong in that, but I mean, there you go. But yeah, man, so much to cover, so much, and I'm only at the first part. But oh boy, so what I reckon I'll do, I'll cover more about this in the next video, and from there I'll go more in depth about other parts of the game. And yeah, fucking hell, so much to do in so little time, but that's why I'm doing multiple parts. So alright, this ends the first part of Digimon World. Next order, next time, well, you'll be seeing a different save in that future time, eh? Tell them, folks.